Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the channel Tech with KG. I'm joined here live with Keep It Classy Tech. How are you doing today, Classy?
Just relaxing. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, today we're just gonna hit up chat for some questions. So if you have any last minute Black Friday shopping decisions you need to make, no matter if it's TVs or tech or video games or anything, just feel free to answer. Feel free to ask your questions, and we will answer them the best that we can to help you make a decision. We're not gonna be able to tell you which TV to buy necessarily, most of the time. It's going to be up to you, but we'll help you narrow it down if that's what you need. A review for the tube. Thank you for joining as a member. That's really awesome. I appreciate you so much.
Mhm.
Really great community member. So thank you for
Now
being
that
a
you have
part.
his thing on screen, it blows up his picture a little bigger. Now I can actually see what it is. It's an engine cover. I have not been able to tell what your picture was when it's that small in the chat box. So
Yeah,
that's interesting. I saw that now.
is that better? Like if I make the avatars bigger? Oh dang, that's
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that.
yeah. This is the theme you can change. Which one's better?
Oh no,
This
it's a
one,
wheel. Never mind. Yeah, okay, now it's a
this
wheel.
one, or this one? Which one do you guys
Uh,
like?
that other one might be better for when we have something on screen.
This one? Oh, the block.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it keeps it lower.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, David? Good to see you guys. It sounds a bit
Echo, right?
echo.
Me or
Um,
KG? I'm gonna
which
mute
one?
for a minute.
Yeah, which one is echoing? I don't catch an echo on my side. But we'll fix that for you. Oh, it's a sim wheel. That's cool. Fanatec? Is that how you say that? Awesome. Um, yeah, so for anybody that is a member of the membership, I just wanted to let you guys know that you do have a pretty much, I guess it's a free super chat. It's just included in the membership. If you go to the same way you send a super chat, if you go to the like dollar sign thing, you could actually send what's called a milestone chat, and that should show up as a super chat. I've never actually had one done, so if you want to go ahead and test that for me, go ahead. um, but yeah, thanks. Appreciate that so much. Jose coming through with a question. He said, "Is a Wi-Fi 6 router really an improvement over 5 gigahertz? I have a 500 megabits per second connection. It's definitely going to be helpful if you have a Wi-Fi 6 device, but you have to have a device that's capable of Wi-Fi 6 in order to work with Wi-Fi 6.
Yeah, I
There's also some
remember.
improvements in the radio as well. Like, some of the Wi-Fi 6 routers are equipped with some of the better technologies like beamforming and things like that. Helps you get through walls a little bit easier.
Yeah, I remember too that the main thing for upgrading your router for higher speed is for your own local area connection. That's anything on your own network, not necessarily the internet that's coming in. So if you're transferring files from one computer to another, things like that, or streaming media off your computer onto your TV or something.
Yep, yep. It's a good point. Good point. And then Daniel coming through with a super chat. He says X95J smooth gradation. Which value to use and why? I actually think you could use it on low for the most part and be fine on most content, especially since the update. It sounds like you can get away with low for pretty much everything, right?
Um, for gaming, I actually use medium, but
Okay.
anything else you can use low. You don't really need it for Dolby Vision,
Hmm.
so it's kind of whatever for that. But
Yeah.
um, Stefan, about the X90J or the TCL. It's just going to come down to, are you worried long term how the TCL is going to last? Are you worried about any kind of accuracy? You know, the colors being correct, skin tones
Hmm.
being correct. Those are all reasons to get the X90J. But the TCL will be a little bit brighter, a little bit better as far as like blooming control, but those are really its only advantages.
Yeah. Um, it's tough because of the price difference, right? I think that if the price was closer, I would probably lean towards the Sony a little bit more, even though it is a dimmer TV. Just because you have like more of the less longevity concerns and stuff like that. You know what you're getting kind of with the Sony. a TCL, you're kind of rolling dice a little bit. But I still think that the TCL at 12.99 is just a really great value if you can overlook the bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
But you do have to keep in mind it is buggy. So
Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about warranty or anything like that, then that's where I think the X90J, like at Costco, getting 5 years included. Or if you
Mhm.
have the Amazon card, you can save the 10% on the X90J, and then it's closer in price.
yeah. Um, and yeah, review for the tube. That's a pretty much a good point. What we were saying. I think that you don't want to use it on high most of the time. Um, so yeah,
Right.
cool. And then well, that showed up twice. That's all good.
So, hey, Matt.
Hey Matt, how's it going?
Um, da, da, da.
Um, so remember you can highlight things too.
Yeah, that's one good.
Okay, cool.
So, Corey Taylor, why is the 6580J dim on some scenes on demo and Best Buy compared to the 65X90J? Is that the ABL? Because both are likely in some type of vivid mode. Um, if it's a bright, high APL scene, then the X90Js is going to be brighter. So you got to remember OLEDs are brighter with smaller highlights. And then LCDs, like even the X90J, is brighter in high APL or full screens.
Um, yeah. Wait, what you just took? I was reading.
Oh,
It's
and
all
if you're
good.
talking X95J,
Yeah.
then yeah, the X95J is like 1,000 nits full screen, so
Mm-hmm.
that's super bright. OLED's not going to come close to that.
Yeah. ABL is gonna kick in for some of those scenes too, for sure. But um, let's see. That's gonna be the difference. I was looking through here. Oh yeah, so Buddy makes a good point as well. This is kind of what makes Wi-Fi 6 special. Is it's gonna communicate with your devices better, and it allows you to use bandwidth um, when they need to and when they don't. And most of these Wi-Fi 6 systems are capable of switching you from 2.4 to 5 when you need to have that switched. So that's really nice, especially for smart lights and stuff like that that operate and kind of can cause interference with some of your Wi-Fi stuff. It's good to have a smart Wi-Fi 6 system like that that knows when to put you on 2.4 and when to put you on 5. So that's going to be helpful for sure. Am I too loud, or are we good on the volume? Let us know. Let us know. Um, so Daniel was saying that he got smooth gradation turned to high, and he got his film grain effect removed. Um, so that might be a good like extra counter, but you can do that with the denoise, right? Um, doesn't that work like that too
Um,
to help smooth out the film grain?
okay, I was just trying to figure out where I was if he was saying that they got worse or better, but
Nah.
um, yeah, that just means it's just removing detail when it's on high.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what it's supposed to do. That's what your noise reduction settings are for. So just you can set your noise reductions to auto,
Yeah.
and then put your smooth gradation to low, and then that should be good.
Cool. Cool. Is denoise in a different category for the X95J? It should be in the same, right? Like,
Yeah, it should be right there next to smooth gradation.
yep,
Should be
right below it,
um
right?
right above, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's either right. It's like either
Yeah, I
directly
think it's above.
above or directly below. I know that. It's one of those. Um, and what do you use for your denoise? Do you have it off or on auto?
Uh, for my SDR settings, I have it on auto.
Yeah,
HDR I
that's.
usually have it off, but
I think I used auto most of the time. Seems to do a good job. Um, So remember, guys, we're just taking your questions all day. So um, we're just trying to help you with your last second decisions if you have any, or if you just want to ask any questions at all, or you want to talk about any of the news that came up this week. We're open. We're open for talk today. And the squeaky toy is in the building.
Yeah. So it's like, do I really need this mic then if it's not cutting out the background noise?
I mean, I don't know what you could do to cut out a squeaky toy other than not have squeaky toys.
I don't know, everything I've seen about dynamic mics, it's like you're supposed to talk into it right here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So, but this one, I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. It's all good. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Um, I think it's funny. How close are the C1 and the C10 in performance? It's somewhat close, but the C1 is definitely a big improvement over it. In a lot of areas, some features that were added, and I personally think the picture quality looks better on the C1. Um, just I think it's a little bit brighter in the highlights. What do you think, Classy? What's the biggest difference between the C10 and the C1 for you?
The processing and the way that near black is handled.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, the upscaling is when I had them side by side watching like Toy Story. It was a pretty big jump in the upscaling.
Yeah.
The brightness levels are, I would say, on average, a C1 is around 50 nits brighter, so it's not a whole lot brighter, but it's a little brighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close still though. But I wouldn't upgrade or anything like that if that's what you got. But it's enough of a gap to make me choose the C1 over the C10 if it's like a $200 difference or even maybe even 300. I don't know. It depends on what you really need out of your TV.
So I show off this cool little bottle label. Yeah,
What is that?
Kraken attacks Ohio.
Oh,
So it's the Kraken and it's attacking Cedar Point.
oh, that's cool.
It's like a limited bottle. I saw this and I was like, not really much of a
Yeah,
Kraken drinker, but I got to get it for the bottle.
that's cool. That's cool. Um, Andre, Andre? Yeah, Andre. Is the Hisense H9G for 650 a good deal on Amazon? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's going to be very
What
similar to
size?
UAG. So, I'm guessing 55, right?
I was gonna say if it's a 65, I'd say it's a
Uh,
good deal. If it's a
Oh, well,
55, I don't know. I might go TCL 5 series, but yeah.
really over the H9G?
I never sold the H90G.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It's pretty much the
Yeah.
same as the UAG. There's just a few improvements in the UAG that makes the UAG just a little bit better than the H9G.
Now, have you seen how cheap the 5 series is though now since it
Yeah,
dropped?
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you could save money, but I don't know. It's a toss up.
yeah. And then Tony coming asking TCL 5 series or 6 series. And I think this really depends on if you're doing any 120 hertz gaming. Um, it's going to be the biggest factor for me, I think. Otherwise, you could probably settle for a 5 series. You thought they were pretty similar, right?
I mean, the 6 series is better,
Hmm.
um, but the 5 series is so damn cheap now.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
the price is
so
crazy.
depends what size you're looking at, how tight your budget is. Um, just know that I would not use the speakers on either one. So plan a sound bar.
Yeah. So the TCL 5 series, they still don't have the newer one, do they, on Amazon? It's just on
Yeah,
Best
that's
Buy.
only Bama or Best Buy. Yeah, that goes back to that guy about the X90J or the 6 series. If a sound bar is has to be included because the sound is so awful,
Yeah.
then that's another reason to consider the X90J if you're not too worried about sound and the X90J sounds okay at least.
Yeah, I'd still get a sound bar. If you can. Unless you're getting something like an 80J, I would say get a sound bar.
And I'm really looking at that Klipsch 700 at Costco for 550. It
Yeah.
does work with the Klipsch, what they call the threes or something. It's a 2 speaker pack for $300 to add the surrounds. So
Hmm.
essentially $850 for a 5.1 clips soundbar with a 10-inch sub.
Yeah.
That should be a good value.
Yep. Yeah, 55-inch 5 series is 470, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
700 versus 470. I would say if you're not gaming, get the 5 series. Save some money.
And even if you are, you can game at 60 hertz with VRR,
Yeah,
and I didn't really see VRR problems at 60 hertz with the 5 series. So
right. But if you have a capable 120 hertz system, you want that
yeah,
option eventually.
yeah, I would rather
I
have the
think
6
anyway.
series with 120 if you have a Series X or a PS5,
Yeah.
and I would just play without VRR.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it just me or does the A80J 65-inch seem to have less pop than the C1 due to the matted screen? It's not due to the matted screen. It's just a color science out of the box. That's just how it is. The
Could also
C1's
be
gonna feel like it pops a little bit more, but you can get the A80J close to it with live color.
it could also be that the one that you saw was the old panel
That's true too.
on the A80,
Yeah.
and then it's basically like an A8H with a XR processor.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. Um, but I was able to get the A80J to look a little bit closer to the C1 with some color tweaks like live color on medium is where it started to look a little bit like the C1. But again, I mean, they're all gonna have different color science. RL HDR says better side, mashed potatoes or stuffing. To me, I don't really like either of them. I like cornbread more than anything. Like, give me cornbread, and I'll be happy.
My favorite part about Thanksgiving is the leftovers afterwards, and I just take everything and roll it into a burrito.
Oh wow, the classy burrito. You gotta trademark that.
I call it a Thanksgiving special burrito,
Nice.
but turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, just throw it all in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a fan of mashed potatoes personally. And stuffing's all right though. Stuffing's not bad. For the most part, though, like cornbread is definitely my go-to. And what else? Those Hawaiian rolls. I don't know if you guys do those. We always
Yeah.
get these Hawaiian rolls. Those are so good, especially with the turkey. Are you guys excited? I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I'm ready to eat some turkey. I'm ready to feed and watch some football.
Yeah, I've been cooking 2 or 3 Thanksgiving dinners since I was about 11 years old every year. So I'm really good at cooking Thanksgiving, and so like this year we're going to Mrs. Classy's family for actual Thanksgiving tomorrow, but this weekend I'm making my own because I like my own cooking.
Yeah, yeah. Daniel says, "Why is the LG OLED cheaper than Sony OLED? Does Sony provide better image quality? Also, how high of a risk is it for burn-in currently?" So I guess for burn-in currently, we really don't know if they have like the similar risk or if it's I'm pretty sure it's about the same for burn-in risk. And if you're asking how high is the risk, like in general, I would say not very high unless you're doing something that involves using your computer as a productivity machine or something with the monitor. And even then, I wouldn't worry too much about it as long as you're cycling your backgrounds and stuff like that. Um, I think definitely burn-in is more of a concern in that aspect, but it is pretty overblown from a lot of perspectives, and I think there's too much fear in burn-in, and I stand by that. I've always said that, even when I was like just making nothing but Q90T videos, which was an LCD TV. I still said burn-in is overrated, and I don't think it should be a fear for many people. And why is Sony OLED cheaper than or why is LG OLED cheaper than Sony? I think Sony believes they provide more of a value, more for your money with like what they offer. Their speaker system that's built in like behind the screen, it's really good. Like it's a really good value, and that's why I actually put it in the title. Is Sony one of the better values for OLED? And I think for people that aren't getting a soundbar or not getting a direct sound system, it is going to be that total package. You get sound wrapped up into image quality for a really good price. So it's only like $100 difference on most models, right? Um, so yeah, that's how I see it anyway. I think it's the speaker system that makes it maybe that $100 difference Sony thinks they can justify. What do you think?
And I think the processing and
Well, that
image
too, yeah,
quality. So,
for sure.
yeah, I mean it's Sony. It's Sony tax.
Yeah, it is Sony tax, but they do have better image quality overall. I will say that. You're right. The XR processor is worth that extra $100 for a lot of people. Um, for gamers, it's more of a decision on what you want and do you want those extra gaming features like game optimizer and stuff like that. And I really do think that game optimizer is something that people will love to play around with, honestly. It's something that I've been getting into myself, and you could actually achieve some pretty cool looking picture quality results from it, as long as you don't care about messing up like a reference level picture or anything like that. You could do some crazy things with game optimizer to make your picture like pop a little bit more. So I don't know. There's just things you could do with it.
So, David Whelan, I don't know if you heard, he got his 83 C1 and the screen was bad, like, or it wouldn't turn on, or it would
I
turn on
heard
only
that.
pixels, whatever. So he had to exchange it again. So
Dang,
that's another one that bites the dust.
man.
But I don't see an 83 G2 being as much as the A90, not unless they add the heatsink to it as well. But even then, LG is not going to price themselves the same as Sony for their flagship.
Yeah,
So I still see it being less. Um, I can see a 83 G2 launching at the same price as the
5,000.
C1 did this year, and then just dropping over time.
I could see it launching around like 5,000.
No, the C1 launched at 6,
Well,
so
yeah,
I can
no,
see
but
them launching at 6. But
I can see
uh,
the G2 launching at 6 or at 5.
yeah, it's probably somewhere between 5 and 6. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
so
noticed that they start to go a little bit lower each year. They try to be
well,
more
I think they're going to
aggressive.
have the C2 and G2 at 83 inch.
Yeah, right. And whatever
Um,
other model you think the heatsink,
I don't know. I mean, the
are they
reason we
gonna
didn't
do
have a
that? Yeah.
G1 at 83 is because they just couldn't make the slim profile this
Mm-hmm.
year in time. So maybe they can work out a way to fit the heatsink with the slim profile, but I kind of doubt that. So if they are doing a heatsink model, I really think it's going to go to a different one. But
Um, Corey, I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Uh, but I mean, yeah, right now we're struggling. We're struggling, but it's okay. It's gonna get better. Um, I'm
same
from
here.
Ohio. LOL. Nice.
And talk about the Kraken
Ah,
bottle.
yes. I thought they were talking about the Seattle Kraken. That they got a hockey team. Um. Yeah. The C1 83-inch has the Evo panel. Um.
Not a gamer. Has an 8H, once larger.
Oh.
Um, but the sale has them looking
Yeah.
at the X95 as well. The problem is now that you're accustomed to OLED, it
Mm-hmm.
would be hard to give up those blacks. So the question is your OLED bright enough to you? If it is, get the A80J. It'll still be a little bit brighter, but
Mm-hmm.
not a whole lot brighter. But if you want more brightness, you're willing to give up those blacks, then go for the X95.
Yeah. I think the choice for you is probably going to be the A80J. Especially if you're already used to the A8H and you like it. And you just want a larger screen. You like the A8H, but you just want a larger version of it. The A80J is an upgrade over it. Plus, it's larger. That
Mhm.
sounds like a definite candidate for a 77-inch A80J, especially if you're not a gamer. Let's see. Jay Brock, thank you. He said, just wanted to thank you guys. Watching your videos led me to get a 77-inch A80J instead of a 65 for the glossy screen. More watts in the speaker and Evo panel. Wouldn't have known otherwise. Hey, thank you, Jay Brock. I appreciate the shout out there. Um, I'm glad you got something that you really like. and best of luck to you in the future with that panel. Hopefully you get a good one, or hopefully you got a good one, and yeah, um, there is that difference from 65 to 77, which is definitely worth it for a lot of people who want to just jump up. I personally don't think that the matte screen to glossy screen is such a big deal though. For the most part,
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me.
yeah. Um, and Matt says he did a 65-inch A80J, and he said it looks great post calibration. That's cool. Yeah, I'd imagine the A80J would look pretty good post calibration. It looks good before calibration, so anything you can do to make it better. Um, the keep it
Okay.
classy Thanksgiving burrito. Yeah. Yep. TechMed coming through with the super sticker. Glad you can make it, TechMed. I know it's late over there, but thank you for popping by. Always appreciate that.
So with HDMI 2.1, you can get the Denon X3700H or 4700H, $1,500 and $2,000. But you're only getting the one port, which kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Onkyo, they have working 4 ports, I think. So you can look at them. Trying to think. The Yamaha Avantage A6A 88A came out. I think they just need a firmware update and then they should work. I think those have 4 ports, but those are even more expensive than the Denons as far as I know. I think that's pretty much it. So probably just look at the Onkyo.
Mm-hmm. Ronnie, yep. What's up, man? Go Broncos. And Don B, Sony OLED with the new XR processor gives better upscaling motion processing over the LG. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. That is certainly a true story. Um, let's see.
Okay, yeah, didn't turn on a new one in a couple weeks. Damn, that sucks.
Wow. Yeah.
At this point, you've been through so many. I'd be like, give me free overnight.
Yep. Man, I've seen a few videos this week of the Vizio M series just having so many problems with their firmware updates and some out of the box, just like scrambling the picture, things like that. And I'm just like really hesitant on like saying get a Vizio now, even though like those deals are excellent out there. Just if you do get a Vizio M series, please take caution. I just wanted to throw that out there because I am seeing a lot of complaints about that. So keep that in mind. That you're definitely rolling the dice when you buy with the Vizio TV. And that's no offense to Vizio. I like their picture quality, but their quality assurance is definitely questionable at this point.
Yeah, still talking about the 83 G2, and there's a really good chance that I will end up getting that.
XDI, thanks. Right now I have the Q90T back there. It's a 65-inch Q90T. It's going to be replaced with a 77-inch A80J pretty soon, and then that's going to go into my bedroom. This is also Legends Ultimate arcade machine, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup. And then I got like 3 chairs back there. I'll do a tour once I get the A80J, because I plan to do a little bit of remodeling with it. But yeah, definitely we'll see a tour. Don't worry.
And my background looks like a very well lived in living room because that's what it is.
Hey, I mean, it looks cool. I like the wood wall. Like you said, that's only on one wall, right? That's like an accent wall, pretty
Yeah,
much.
and then it gets cut in half, so it's only half height through the hallway.
Yeah. That's cool. It does look. It looks really rustic. Like I was expecting you to kind of have some like hunting mantles up above your TV almost, but nah, that's cool. Instead, you got some Dragon Ball Z trophies. That's awesome though. The difference between the U8G, an R646, and an LGC1 that big, it is, yeah. It's a huge difference. Um, think of just kind of going from one of those budget, like Samsung 7 series up to, I don't know, say like a X900H or something. It's kind of like that difference, maybe even a little bit more dramatic. But also you have to factor in that it's not going to be as bright as the UAG and the 646. So you still are going to have that LCD versus OLED qualities to it. You just have to decide what's more your kind of thing. If you want just overall picture quality, the C1 is definitely going to be better than the UAG and the 646.
Yeah, and the thing too that it's like you have reliability, upscaling, motion,
Mm-hmm.
uh, black level handling, accuracy, and it just
Processing,
the
yeah.
C1 brings all of that up quite a bit. The only thing that it's not bringing up is brightness.
Yep. Processing too. Like that's the biggest thing about TCL and Hisense. They're just not on the same level as Sony and LG and Samsung with processing. So you're you know I've seen things where people say image processing doesn't matter that much, but it really does. And the best comparison to show that is look at Sony's image processing in their 80J compared to the LG C1. You could see a clear difference. There's differences there, and it's visible. So, and they're not even that far behind, but Sony's just in a whole different league with processing. Samsung's probably next up there, and then LG is after that. I don't know nothing about Panasonic and Philips because we don't have them here, but yeah, TCL and Hisense are definitely on the lower end of the processing level right now. Hopefully, they catch up.
So who's wealthy?
Nobody's wealthy
I'm
in this
not a part
chat.
of that equation.
I can assure you, I'm definitely not wealthy. Um, yeah, I'm almost living like month to month at this point, but I make it by. But I think this next question is a good one because I've seen a few things where people were saying the Sony. I've seen maybe like 5 or 6 comments in the past week where people were saying that the Sony in Vivid mode seems to have like really messed up motion settings. So I'm guessing that the Vivid mode has something with Cinemotion. I haven't checked into it. Maybe that's something you could check into, Classy, since you have the Sony right now. I don't. You can check into that sometime this week.
There are
Vivid
some
mode if it
modes.
has some different motion settings.
Yeah, there are some modes that try to force Cinemotion to high.
Uh huh. Okay.
I've noticed that. Like you can be watching something, switch it to lower off, and then as soon as you open the settings, it's right back to high again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that may have been addressed in an update because I haven't had it happen to me again, but it may just be the picture mode that it's doing that on.
Yeah.
But so Cinemotion by itself doesn't really cause soap opera effect. It's not really supposed to. However, if you're using like smoothness one, like I do, and you have Cinemotion off, I see no soap opera effect. But if you
Mm-hmm.
combine that with Cinemotion on high, it's like a lot of soap opera effect and constantly dropping frames, and it's just everything I hate about motion. So
Yeah.
um, that's why I leave it off 95% of the time, and then sometimes I'll put it on low if I know that the source is doing 60 hertz for a 24 hertz show.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't use high just because just about every time I set it to high, there's going to be content that's dropping frames and doing weird stuff. So
Yeah. So Cinemotion is just pretty much going to be trying to improve the motion by adding frames or
yeah,
something
we
or
don't
what?
have 50 hertz content here, but as far as I've seen, like from Vincent Tio on HDTV test, it's like if you're in the UK and you're watching 50 hertz broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
that's when high is supposed to be good. But
Yeah. It's supposed to be good for sports too, right?
Uh, are sports in 60
Yeah,
FPS?
60, 60.
Then probably, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw somebody comment that they were watching a video on vivid mode. They had some birds flying by, and they said the birds were flying faster than any other modes. So I'm guessing that vivid probably has Cinemotion turned up to high.
yeah, if you want the least amount of motion problems, I suggest using a device that will do frame rate matching and then just keep Cinemotion off or at the most low.
Yeah, cool. Um,
I'm gonna grab some ice. I'll be right back.
all right, no problem, no problem. Let's see. X95J contrast enhancer on or off. Um, I don't have the X95J, but on the A80J, I liked contrast enhancer on a little bit. I think it was on medium when I used it. Um, it seemed to be pretty good. I'm gonna ask Classy about this one, so I'll come back to your question, Daniel, because I've never had the X95J in my possession, so I can't really speak on it. Um, do you think an air conditioner or heater blowing warm air 16-inch behind an OLED screen would cause burn-in or longer image retention? Um, I don't I don't think so, but I don't think that would be good for the TV either way. Um, but 16 inches is quite far away, so I don't think it would be that big of a deal. It depends on how hot is the heater blowing. Um, it's just something you definitely want to watch, be aware of. I don't think it's gonna like make burn-in or image retention more of a problem though. Are you making A80J your main gaming TV when it comes in? Um, so it's going to be my main gaming TV when I play things like Elden Ring, like when I play things like any of the RPGs on Nintendo Switch. So it's going to be my main gaming TV for things like that, for like RPGs and single player story games. But when it comes to multiplayer games, like where you have to be on a screen shooting people at the same time, I like the 48-inch C1. That's what I go to for my kind of like my FPS gaming TV. That's what I use. But for the most part, yeah, it'll be my main. It'll be my main gaming TV. And B the installer coming by. He's about to jump on. That's what's up. B. It's been a while since we talked. Awesome, awesome. Um, and then Classy. What do you think of this question? I said it wouldn't be a big deal. 16 inches behind the screen. I think your mic's off.
You're good.
Yeah. You
Don't
should
worry
be
about
fine.
it.
Let's see. What? Oh, yeah. Let's come back to this question because you were gone. X95J contrast enhancer on or off?
Always off, in my opinion. Just gonna make an S shape of your gamma. So.
Mm-hmm. I liked it on the A80J. I don't know if it did anything different on the A80J, but I liked the way it looked.
Yeah, the contrast enhancer on any TV, basically what it's going to do is it's just going to, instead of having a flat gamma curve, it's going to bump that middle range, which is then going to lower your top range. So you're sacrificing some of your highlights for your mid range.
Yeah. So I like using it on like brighter games and games that I just want to pop out a little bit more.
Excuse me.
But yeah, it's just definitely going to be a preference thing. I figure you definitely keep it off though.
Yeah, that's like the one like real one I won't touch because screwing with your gamma to me is the worst part of like. So when it comes to calibration, having a flat grayscale and good RGB balance, like that's the main thing for me with calibration. If you want to add your live color on low or medium or whatever, just whatever. That's, I mean, I won't do it, but I don't see that as being as wrong as having gamma get messed with, because then things just aren't lit the way that they're supposed to be. I mean, from shooting with a camera, how important lighting is. As soon as you start going and messing with the gamma, you're just screwing with the lighting and the way everything's lit, and just, yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, so the gamma setting on the Samsung TVs, the ST
Yeah, 2084.
yeah. I found that like actually sometimes I do bump that up though in certain games. And it just gives me a little bit of a brighter like highlights to the picture, and I would drop the shadow detail with it, um, just to kind of compensate. But like I don't know, I don't think I would do that in actual content like movies or anything like that. But in games, you ever do anything like that?
So basically, what you're doing then is so like in SDR, you can just change the gamut and make everything get lifted and brighter. So instead of being 2.4 dark room, you're
Hmm.
raising it. So
Yeah,
ST2084 is for HDR. So if you're
yeah.
doing what you're saying, then you're basically just kind of mimicking that same kind of thing, just trying to lift everything else up.
Hmm.
But um, yeah, I don't know. For me, I just kind of keep gamma and um, grayscale just the way that like it's supposed to be. But,
Cool. Hey Brandon,
hello?
what's up?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear
Hey,
me?
good to
Oh,
see you. Good to see you.
suppose I should bring the mic over. Might help. I always forget the
Cool.
mic.
It's
What
all
are you
good.
gonna do?
Yeah.
What's going on, Cecil? What's going on? What
What's
up?
what's up? What's up?
I was like, I just got a notification that you guys were on. I was like, oh snap!
Yeah.
I bet. I was sitting out there watching a little basketball and then watching my son play Wobbly Life. I'm like, this is kind of boring. I need to find something better to do.
I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you joined. We're just talking about
Yeah,
pretty much all the deals, just answering questions,
yeah,
things
man.
like that.
Absolutely.
Um,
These people,
you pick up
you
anything?
better be. Oh no, man! There's nothing available, dude. I was gonna buy
Yeah.
like an 85-inch TV. I can't find like anything.
Right. They're sold out.
I'm
It's
like, damn,
crazy.
dude. Like literally any TV. I mean, I was like the X85J or like the QN84A or something. I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to throw down for like a mid-tier 85 that I don't know.
Yeah.
I was hoping to find something that was like I really wanted to get the X or the Q900A, but
Yeah. We heard about
not a
that.
chance. Not a chance.
And
Yeah,
not
keep
not
an
this
eye on
year.
it. Should pop back in and out because
Hmm.
I mean, Best Buy
Yeah.
that well they'll like sell just like a portion of what they have available. Say it's sold out, and then a few hours later it'll pop back in so they can sell the next
Oh,
portion.
Yeah.
I saw like when I went on to Samsung.com, it was like January. It said I was like,
Yeah, I
January.
definitely think that would be a good move for you. Like, I think everybody wants to see the 85-inch QN900A.
Yeah.
Also, it's just like,
And I can put it next to the A90J and just kind of, I mean, because
oh
obviously
yeah,
it'll be brighter, but they're, in a dark room. I think honestly, it looks pretty cool at that TV shootout. It looks pretty, I would have liked to seen it next to the A90J just to, I mean, because they were close price wise, but now they're not. I mean, it's $5,400.
right.
Yeah, I was trying to get them to put the QN90A next to the 900A in between when they were switching things around,
Hmm.
just to see the difference side to
should've,
side.
yeah.
But huh?
He said
No, I
we
said we should have. We should have. We
Yeah,
should have just done it
yeah.
ourselves. We had access to all that stuff. They
Yeah,
weren't there for
I asked
us.
Robert and he said they didn't have time. So,
Oh,
but
oh well.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna try and get the 75-inch once the A90J is done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you guys see this the QN84A versus the QN85A? It's like $100 difference. I stay away from those Black Friday models as much as I can, just because you don't know what else they cut on the corners. From what I'm reading here, it sounds like they have a weaker speaker system, like less
Really?
wattage in the speakers and stuff like that. So I'm worried about that, and I would definitely pay $100 more for the QN85A if I'm in that price bracket.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's weird to
just-
have a number one
yeah.
different like that. I mean, I don't think they did it last year. Like, I don't remember that Samsung
I
having
don't remember that either.
80. I mean, they had the 8DT at like Costco or but that was
Right.
like the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll make these odd models where they just take like the cheapest parts they have around. They'll put the same panel and the same processing, whatever, but usually they're built cheaper. Maybe they have one less HDMI port or something, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I always caution people with those TVs. If you see that it's only got like 20 reviews, that means that it was just released on like Black Friday or for Black Friday. Probably steer clear of that TV most of the time.
Oh yeah. Nice. You got your links all nice and lined up. I like that. Look a lot better than mine do.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into that list actually.
Yeah, it's not easy to do, man. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have the Genius links too for like the narrative ones because it's just So I got to create the link. Then I got to go and I got to like turn it into a Genius link. Then I got to find it. It's just a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys hook him up, man. Put a like on the video. I just did. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah.
Buy some crap from his links, man.
Yeah. If you don't mind tweeting this out or shooting it out to your community page, that helps too.
Let me put it on mine real quick. Yeah. Because I got nothing coming out this weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna let things roll, dude. I'm not really like.
Yeah, I've been doing some stream clips and that's it really. I'm gonna have one video this week. Just trying to enjoy the holidays.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, it was crazy at like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. My new installation video is like it's kind of bombing, but my one that I did with the power bridge just went bonkers.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a really good video.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it just went nuts. It's like, go ahead.
Yeah, stuff like that. I think a lot of people are interested in because like, it's a concept that somebody probably wonders when they're hooking something up like that, and there's not a lot of videos out there like that. So yeah, I thought it was a great video.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. I just posted it. Yeah, and I think that the like how to install your TV will like go. It's obviously, I think it'll get some traction, but I think that it's just so fresh. Those install videos typically take like my typical viewers are like, we kind of like his reviews, we kind of like his installs, but so it doesn't really like pump the install videos, but the general public typically latches onto the install videos and kind of sends them a little viral eventually. So I think it'll catch, but like I'm just excited. Like last year I had the how to hide your wire video catch, and then this year this one's catching too. So we're doing something right, I guess, of getting the views, right?
Cool. Yeah, no doubt. I know like one of the most viewed videos on YouTube is how to hammer a nail into a wall. So I mean, if any way you can show it to do it better. So
dude, hell yeah. I'm about to go check out Mr. Beast's Squidward Games video. I heard that's supposed to be awesome. That guy is just he's literally on a different planet. I love that guy.
Yeah. So if you guys got any questions for us in the chat, like we're open to it right now.
Yeah, super chat this man. Come on. Super chat.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for OLEDs, I only use 2.2.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
Boom. IRL HDR in the house. Got smoked by me in fantasy last weekend.
Man,
actually, I don't think it was by me. I think there he is. No, he was mad because he lost he lost Derrick Henry, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a tough piece to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding, though, of course.
It's not a secret. He said, if it's not a secret, where are you getting your 80J from? Getting it from the PX. So it's taking like forever to get.
Nice.
It's taking forever. Like I ordered it maybe 2 weeks ago. So they're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna get it delivered till like December 8th. So I'm like, okay. I'm pretty excited about it.
You gonna replace or upgrade or exchange any of your TVs next year for next year models?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably all of them. I mean, I gotta get on like the whole like figure out how to sell some of these TVs for real, because like I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like I've reviewed like 25 TVs this year. It's like, like I know we all know like what you have to do sometimes. Like I don't like taking TVs back to stores, but it's like early on in the season, it's even hard if you do have connections with companies to get the TV early, because they got they don't care when the TV comes out. The fastest way to get it is just go to Best Buy and get it.
Yeah. It sounds like if you're in the California area around March next time this year, if you want a cheaper TV, hit up Brandon.
Hell yeah. I'm going to give my AAH to a couple of my wife's friends. She's like, what's the best TV for $500? And I'm like, I might have one for you. Cause I mean, literally it's just sitting in we have a box room and it's in my box room, just in a box. Cause I don't even have use for it right now. So $500, I'm like, I mean, I'd like to get more money per TV, but maybe I'll give her the Vizio OLED for $500.
Yeah, it's like I love this 48C1 as a monitor, but with where I sit in this area, it is just a little bit too big. So the 42C2 has my eye for next year.
Nice.
And my friend has been trying to get a 48C1 since they came out. So I'm probably just gonna give it to him.
Yeah, look at this. This is where my C1 sits right there.
Nice.
And then I have FOMO's 83-inch behind me that looks like it's smaller because it's so far back.
Man.
And then I have 3 TVs in the box room. And we have the C10. I just did that install video, how to install out in the game room for the kids. My 83 out there in the living room. We have the 65-inch A90J, which I wish I would have got the 77-inch A80J because our bed is like, 15 feet from the wall now. And, the 65 is plenty big, but it's just like, I know what the 77-inch looks like. So it's like, damn, it could be even nicer.
Yeah.
You're going to end up
and
with
it's cheaper.
90 in your bedroom.
Yeah, I know. I said that to my wife and she's like, get out. She's like, get out of here. And I told her I wanted to buy that 900. And she's like, she's looking at it from a business perspective. She's like, yeah, 5,400. Well, I mean, like, will we make it back in the videos? I'm like, probably not. But, it's I can keep that around for a couple of years. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to have a good Samsung TV. I really would like to.
For sure.
And I'm kind of classy. I'm kind of both of you guys. I'm kind of thinking that if it was a little cheaper or maybe further on, that the QN85A 85-inch could be good.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Have you guys heard? I mean, it's basically the same price as the QN90 though. Yeah. Right. It's a VA panel. And I felt like the 85 was a little brighter than the 90, or it wasn't suppressing the highlights as much. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a big difference. I think maybe the peak brightness is better on the QN90A, but yeah, I'm sure it's not too much difference. Honestly.
But I mean, like in the 85-inch size, you're talking about like that you can go the X95J, which is way more expensive. Maybe at 85-inch. I'm not exactly sure.
At 85, the 90A is only 3,300.
Yeah, which isn't a bad price, but that's out of stock too, man. They're all out of stock.
They are all.
And I was like, oh, let's get the 4K, right? Okay, I'll just get the 4K, $3,300. It's not even in stock, and then I'm like, so this sucks because nothing. So I was like hoping that people weren't going to not be shopping just because all these TVs are out of stock. It's like, damn. I better do some quick headphone videos or something so people can buy the shit that I'm reviewing.
Right. Yeah, it does appear like a lot of stuff is out of stock, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. IRL HDR also lost Chris Carson. I thought Chris Carson was coming back, and now he's getting like neck fusion surgery, so he's like done.
Oh man,
tough break for him.
That's terrible.
And Russell Wilson's not playing very well either. Anyways.
Yeah. So next year we're so I did the stream yesterday on MediaTek's new chip for next year. So it's very likely that the A80J replacement will have that. So 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. Hopefully everything's working as it's supposed to be. So I would expect that. And I imagine they're going to work on some kind of different design where it doesn't have the image retention problem. And other than that, I don't see too much changing.
Someone said that they just got the QN90A back in stock at Best Buy, but let me see if it is.
Yeah, they got the 900A. I'm looking at it right now.
In and out.
It's out.
Wait, what?
It's in stock right now. The 900A.
Dude, I don't think I could get a review up in 2 days. So I wouldn't do a review. I just do the unboxing. But
yeah, I mean, I think it would do good either way.
Yeah, my goal was kind of like big TV. Oh yeah, it is, dude. What's up with that, man? Where can I get? It's at. No, it's not available. Not available. Well, how can I add it to my cart if it's not available? This is the kind of purchase, though, that I might have to go outside and ask the wife again. Double check. It's cool that I just dropped $5,500.
Right.
Got to split it up on 2 different credit cards or some shit like that.
And that 30 seconds, it'll sell out again.
That's true.
But I mean, I can't even see how I'm getting it. Where am I getting it? No available stores to pick it up. Not available for delivery.
Oh, it's not available. It's for shipping.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not available around here. Delivery, installation, not available.
Oh.
Nah, it's not available around here. I've been looking at this quite often. Yeah, I don't know. It says it's. I can add it. Okay, I'll just check out. See what happens when I check out.
So Charlie boy, the only catch really is the price. How expensive the warranties are. They do cover burn-in. Like all you have to do is call them. They'll say send a picture. You send a picture in. You keep the TV. They give you a gift card for what you paid. You're done.
So let's talk about Total Tech. So there's a couple of questions about Total Tech and if it covers burn-in. And it does cover burn-in. So you get it. It's $200 a year. It's just like I wouldn't get it if I wasn't gonna do more tech stuff with it. Like if you get a lot of installs and stuff done and you don't like doing it yourself, then Total Tech's worth it. If you get like work done on your computer, stuff like that, then it's worth it. But if you're just getting it for the burn-in protection and stuff, I wouldn't bother with it.
Yeah, I think it's sold out. I think you're right. I think it's sold out while I was sitting here.
All right, yeah, I think we misread it. Daniel saying the 90A for 3300 is in stock.
Yeah, I got the same things. I actually today neither one of them were available earlier today. Both of them are available to add to my cart, but then when I select anything near me, it says it's not, which typically happens. Like it'll be in stock, and then all of a sudden it'll be like in stock in other parts of the country if it's not in your area, and then eventually it just says sold out. So I think we're on our way back to sold out here, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, it just bounces in and out of stock. Or if you want to buy it from Amazon off my link, that's cool too.
Drop you like a $300 commission.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. Yeah, forgot who told me about that. Oh yes, Samuel told me about that with the Total Tech. I wasn't aware of it. I know we get that question a lot, but
sometimes I'll just start throwing in like different like locations across the country and see if it's available. Like I'll just type in Wisconsin here and see. Hey Dad, grab this TV and then ship it to me.
Yeah,
it's not. I don't know. It's not working. Whatever.
Dang. All right. Well,
like I mean, like you said, like I may just do it for the unboxing and to check it out. Like because like not Black Friday, like Super Bowl weekend, people like to buy big TVs.
Oh, for sure. I do just slap the 8K thing on it. Like people are still really intrigued by 8K, and I really don't think that it's all cut and dry with 8K yet. Like a lot of people said they can't see a difference. But I think there is some difference, and it's just.
I think it's nice to have the added like dimming zones and just like I think it looked like it was a little brighter. It didn't have quite as like. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe Classic explained it differently, but like it looked like it held up better against the OLEDs versus the QN90A. Looked like it held up pretty well, but it was maybe a little bit more suppressed highlights. I don't know if that's just the energy. Like they're just pushing more light at the 900, more dimming zones makes it easier. I'm not sure, but it looked a little bit. It looked pretty good.
The 8K TVs seem to have less restriction on their power supplies.
Yeah.
So that extra power supply limit allows them to push it harder. That's why like the Z10 is so much brighter than the 4K OLEDs.
What does a Z10 push? Like what is it? What is it? The nits and all that.
The powers.
The nits.
I haven't seen any reviews for it, but when we were at the shootout, we saw the Z10 was brighter than even the 890. But it's just because the power supply is much bigger.
Which you'd hope with you paying $20,000, right?
Yeah.
IRLHCR says Costco delivery is no joke. He ordered the C1 Monday and got it today.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got my G1 that way, but it was like I got it on LG's website and then Costco delivery system like sent it. It took a bit, but yeah, no, I mean, Costco in general is no joke, man.
Yeah, Costco's nice.
And they'll take shit back even if it's like broken.
Right.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're trying to get a Series X PS5, go on Twitter and follow Wario64, stock alerts. There's various different things like that. And then just have your notifications turned on. And also Discord groups have notifications turned on for that.
That's crazy, isn't it? A year later, and we're in the same situation a year later.
Yeah. It's all the damn bots and scalpers.
We don't use our PS5 much, but my wife will kill me if I sell it. She plays like she just plays like Lego games on it, like Lego Harry Potter and shit.
Oh man, you could do that on PS4. Actually, you probably do that on PS3.
Yeah, pretty funny. Someone asked a question about it. What's the best wall mount for 65-inch TV? Antonio Ramirez. It might be further down. I don't know. I don't know where you are.
Here it is. Yeah.
But I would just say, I made a video on all them, like the TV mounts that I like on Amazon. There's a pretty cheap one from Mounting Dream. It's like the 2830 or the 2380 model, like MD 2830. It's like a pretty straightforward arm mount that's like 16 inches wide. It has a plate. It's perfectly fine for a 65-inch TV. And I just did my install. If you look up on my channel, you can see the Mounting Dream one that I recommend. And then I also did an install video I just did where I mounted my 65-inch C10 on that, and it holds it like a champ. Like you literally could just hang off the end of the mount. It's strong.
Wow.
So I like that one. Or at Costco, they have in any of those Sanus ones at Costco are good. There's like one for like $130. They have a tilt one that's like $89. They're both really good.
Yeah, I went overkill with my Sanus one and got the one that extends so it could hit 3 studs.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I actually, that I had a video where I did the 83 on an arm mount, and I bought like this $500 Sanus one at Best Buy, and I took it back, man. I didn't like it. It like when the TV swung, it just kept going. It just kept moving, and I couldn't tighten it up enough. So I just put it back on my Costco. I put the 83-inch TV on my Costco one that's supposed to hold like 125 pounds. It's 107 or something. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's a champ. So that one at Costco for like 129 or whatever it is, that full extension one can hold anything. It's super strong.
Have you seen the Costco like entertainment TV stands that have the built-in mounts to the back?
Like the spine with the arm in the back?
That, and then there's the mount. Like,
I haven't seen that.
Anyone have problems with those? Because I have one of those for my 65 KS8000. It's been fine for that. But I was telling KG when he gets his A80J, he should look at that for the 77-inch. And just didn't know if in installs or whatever you've seen many of those.
No, I mean the only downside is like people will be like, oh, now I want to put it on the wall. So what do I do with the entertainment center part?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to like take the spine apart and then just leave the rest of it up so they could get rid of that spine part.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's a fantastic way to like not damage the wall. Right. I mean, you can put the cords down the back of that channel too. Yep. As long as you can get the height right, just measure from where you want the bottom to the hooks and just, follow my install video. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm looking for a TV stand like in general. I like not mounting it because I like moving around my room sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just a personal thing that I like to do. But I need to find a good mount or not a good mount, but a good TV stand in general for it.
Yeah, I'm about to hit up like Wayfair. There's a couple things on Wayfair where I was like, I saw one like I think it was like 90 inches long for like $450, and I'm like, hey, that's cheaper than the BDI one that's like $1,500.
Yeah, those are really nice though. The BDIs are really nice.
Yeah, I know, but dude, 15. I got like four. I got 4 spots. I need a TV stand, so I mean, I'm not trying to buy those expensive ones for every spot,
Yeah, I hear that.
But I need some of those for real.
Mm-hmm.
My house is not well decorated.
Yeah, and in SDR. You want to have your brightness lower, especially on an LCD, because when you crank up the brightness for SDR, you're going to kill your black levels. But in HDR, you do need to have it at max. Otherwise, you're killing your highlights. So, especially like if you're using the accurate modes or you have Samsung forces their dynamic tone mapping. But if you have the local dimming set appropriately and stuff, it should make the majority of the image look fine and only the highlights get bright.
Yep. And then Lone Tiger, thank you for the super chat. He says, is it better to have Sony everything, TV, soundbar, Blu-ray player, etc.? I got the A80J, the HT A7000, and the X800M2. Is this good? Does it work well together? So there's benefits to having like a Sony soundbar with it. I think there's some extra options underneath the sound options, right?
We'll give you the center channel option, that little jack on the A80 and A90 and stuff. Like you can use that with that soundbar.
You can on the 7000.
Yep, the same thing as the A9.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Probably fairly easy to find that out somewhere, but I didn't know. Sorry.
But it doesn't matter if the brands match or not. With CEC, your TV remote will be able to control any of them anyway. So,
yeah.
What is the X800M2? What is that?
UHD Blu-ray player.
I gotcha.
And
that doesn't matter.
I have a question for you, Brandon. With the have you ever tried Q Symphony out at all with the Samsung soundbar?
I haven't. What does that just use the TV as part of the speaker system?
Yeah. It's supposed to like use it as like an ambient.
I wouldn't do it because the thing is like the TV speakers are so crappy on TVs. I mean, even the best, like the OLEDs, because they have like it kind of throws it from the middle of the screen. I like that, but even like the X95J, the speakers were like, they're okay, but I'm not going to use that as a center channel. Like, so like if I don't know.
So you tried it with
I
the
would just use
HT
the Phantom Center.
A9, right?
Yeah, the A9, I used it with my A90J, like, and that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the speakers positioned right and you have them kind of like lower and turned in a bit, you could even kill the center channel on the A90J, and that Phantom Center is amazing. It sounds almost identical.
Yeah.
But I raised my speakers up and I had them spaced out. I still am going to turn them in yet and kind of angle them down now. But when I had them up higher, the center channel was like throwing it over me, and I couldn't bring that down. So then I just said, screw it, I'll turn the center channel on, and that sounded better once I turned on the A90J. And I like that, and I really like the ability to just really quickly turn up and down the rears and the sub, because if you go to a different streaming service, like the sound is so different. Mm-hmm. Like I'll be watching football, and all of a sudden it's like the back two speakers they're screaming cheers at you, and it's so annoying. So I have to turn down the surround mode. And then the sub will be like on a movie, and like we watched Dune, and the sub was like shaking on the floor the whole movie, because they have all those, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but all the ships are coming down and going back up, and it's just constant bass in that movie.
Oh yeah, I would tell everybody, like, if you don't have a sub with your sound system, like, that's the biggest game changer. Like, it changes the whole experience, like, totally. Even like the Sonos sub just shakes my whole entire house. I'm like,
exactly,
it's so impressive.
Yeah, if you do get that 900A or 90 whatever, watch Dune on it next to the A80, because I know some of those really big, like, outdoor bright scenes, that's like the only time where it's like, I know if I didn't have an OLED, this would be brighter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And even like watching sports, like I enjoy watching sports on an LED TV because they're so bright. It's like like basketball and hockey. It's just like, I feel like when you're watching sports, it's nice to have it bright and vibrant. Like when you go to a bar, I'll look at a bar TV and I know those cheap LED TVs are brighter than my OLED.
Right.
But whatever. No one's gonna buy a bunch of $2,000 OLEDs at a bar.
Matt says, "I'll show you bass." Yeah, nice. I bet he's got a pretty crazy
new subs. Yeah, bass is only so helpful to me because I enjoy it and love it, but my whole family whines like a bunch of
for sure,
whiners,
dude. Yeah, I get my neighbors complaining like when I'm when I'm watching a movie. Sometimes I'm like, man, I gotta turn that sub down.
Yeah, at night the kids will sleep through anything, but was watching through the Daniel Craig James Bond movies and get to Spectre, and at the beginning there's building collapsing, big explosion.
Oh, that one's awesome.
And I have it turned up to where I would like it to be, and then this class is just sitting there like, there is no need for it to be this loud, and it's like, I want to feel my hand shaking under the couch.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just telling everybody I had to test the system, so that's why I had to keep playing it loud.
Yeah,
I gotta test it.
That's a good excuse. I'm gonna use that. When I was watching on Super 8, that train crash scene, that was loud. That was probably the loudest thing I've heard in a movie. I thought I was gonna die. And then let's see.
One of the best bass shaking scenes too, if you go back to the original Matrix, when the elevator shaft goes down and blows up at the bottom. If you see, after that like initial gun scene, and that elevator blows and the door comes out at the screen, that whole thing, it's just it's rattling everything. I did that with the dual subs on that Sonos Arc system, just rattles for like a minute straight. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta see the Matrix though. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch the trilogy before. Yeah, I gotta watch the trilogy before the new one comes out. I know it's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna get so much crap for that, but there's no
I can see you being a bit of Neo. You kind of look like Neo. You'd be like Neo.
Maybe.
I think it's crazy that so I've bought the Matrix trilogy 4 times now, and the last time I did was 3 years ago for our UHD. And I still haven't opened it yet and watched it on UHD. Yeah.
I can't believe. Oh, but you've seen it though.
I've seen it so many times, but I do need to watch it again.
It's on like HBO Max right now. You can just watch it on there, but I mean, it's not as good. It's a little grainy on the 83-inch. There is a little bit of, you can see there's a little bit soft on the 83-inch on some of that streaming service just because it's so big. I've been watching some of the YouTube TV on my 48-inch, and I'm like, oh, you know what? It looks a little sharper on this smaller, OLED, but it's like it's 1/4 of the size. So Better
Turn up that reality creation.
Yeah. Oh, on the Sony?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah, you guys have to tell me more about that.
I have a whole video.
I'll leave it
about
at auto. I think auto does good.
Yeah.
KG likes turning it up higher than I do.
Man, I've turned it up to 80 one time.
Well, now it's a combination of the TV being so big, but it's also YouTube TV. It's like hitting it's like 480 content some of the times. It's garbage.
Reality creation will help with that. Really
dude, but it's just like it's shit. It's like I'm trying to watch like stuff today on 480 content. Come on, like I'm paying like $100 a month for this stuff. It's like
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Shield doing AI upscaling, and then have reality creation on auto on top of it. But even then, I would still throw in the UHD. Like,
I want to shout out DJ for stopping by. One of our members, he says, dropping in to say, "What's up, guys? Can't stay for long, but keep up the good work." Thank you, DJ. Appreciate that.
I thought I saw Rainer in here. Was Rainer in here?
Yeah,
before?
Rainer stopped by before he went to bed.
Oh yeah, he didn't hear me talk about the QN900. I know someone else did, but he's got the QN900 with the Sennheiser Ambio. You know that's got to sound and look good. I mean, that for an end user, for a homeowner, I'm not sure if he lives in a flat over there.
Yeah,
he lives in a big city in Germany, but I'm not sure if he has a flat or what. But like if you had a condo with that size TV and soundbar in it, that'd be dope.
Yeah. You pick up any movies?
I've seen it just many, many times in the last few years.
I think that was directed at me.
Put me on there too.
Yeah, he always tags us both. But yeah, I feel it. Did you guys buy any movies?
No, man. I might go in tomorrow. I might go on Friday and see what I can find.
Oh man, I got a couple. I'll grab them. I'm gonna grab them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably buying the Adobe full cloud thing for 40% off, and then the Atmos Ninja. So Adobe, it's like their entire suite of software is 40% off for Black Friday.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm gonna probably grab that, and then the Atmos Ninja 5 recorder for camera. That's 150 off. I'm gonna grab that.
I kind of want to get the Ninja just because when I'm shooting B-roll, it'd be nice just to stack it up and then just film it that way and record. I don't know if it can do 4K at 120 on the Ninja. Can it do that?
It depends on the camera. So
depends on the camera.
If you have a camera
that can do it, it can output it. I thought I saw something. Anyways, that's cool. The only other thing though is like for installation videos, it's just another whole like piece of equipment that I have to set up and but sometimes I get to those videos and I'm done and then I'm like, oh man, I really couldn't even see that I was out of focus or some shit like that. So that's where it helped,
Yeah. And for me, when shooting the TVs, so like if I shoot something using the screen on the camera, it looks way different once I get the footage onto my computer. So it's either I run a really long HDMI cord from my camera to my computer and then use my C1 as my monitor, or I can get that and not have to do that. And I mean, it's a 1000-nit display.
Yeah, Bobby coming through with a question. He says QN98 or X95J 75-inch. Don't want to babysit an OLED.
At the price right now.
Coin flip, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been saying whichever one's cheaper, and right now it's 75. The X95 is cheaper, so
yeah, that would have been a good video.
Yeah, it would have been a really good video.
Did anyone do that? I didn't do that.
Nah.
I got the QN90 so early in the year, and then the Q95J was so recent.
FOMO did.
Oh, did
yeah,
it?
FOMO did. Right. Yeah, FOMO did. The one that kills me is that they didn't give me a 55-inch version because, man, it's such a hassle getting 65-inch up the steps. So it's like, I need as small as possible.
That's the hassle for me with the 900A is I don't want the 65 because it's stripped down. So I'm going to have to go to the 75, and I'm going to be unboxing and setting that up and lifting up on everything by myself. And that's going to be a pain.
Yeah. Like if they start cutting those 55 inches, man, I'm going to have to start hitting the gym or something because it's going to be
55 is that size where you can lift it by yourself. You get to the 65s.
Yeah.
It takes a long wingspan, which I have, but it's not very easy to set them up.
That's the biggest issue is the wingspan.
Yeah, I'm fine with the 65s. It's just getting to the 75 that's going to suck.
Here's a couple of movies I picked up. These are either like $10 or like $5. So I got The Goonies.
Nice. Brandon Walsh. Another Brandon Walsh.
This is a
Brandon
really good
Walsh
movie.
is in that, and then Brandon Walsh in 90210. I get crap for both of those.
Classy hasn't seen this movie yet.
I did.
Oh, you did? You finally
I watched it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's pretty much what I expected. I'm
Hey,
just
Alright.
told to
you
watch it this late in
guys.
life. I just didn't care for it.
Baby Ruth.
Yeah, it's
that's
good.
good
I haven't
stuff.
seen this UHD version yet, but I've seen this movie. I just picked it up because it was really good.
Yeah.
Tenet.
I've seen it 7 times and I'm still confused at what happens.
I'm still every night. I'm like, let's watch Tenet, and then something comes up, or it gets too late, or just not being able to focus on it, whatever. So it just keeps getting pushed and pushed, and I haven't watched it yet.
Have you
Yeah.
seen it, KG, or no?
Yeah, it's really
Okay,
good.
I won't ruin it for anyone, but
Mhm.
I'm starting to figure out like the fight scene. Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to figure it out, but I don't want to say any more than that. But it's still, that is a tough movie to understand. They reverse engineered that movie, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see HDR on this too.
Nice.
I did see a review for it that like didn't spoil it, but gave a little trick to help you figure it out as you're watching it. I won't say what it is, just in case someone would say that it's a spoiler of some sort. But I will tell you, if you go I've talked about him before, the movie collector on YouTube. This
Mhm.
older guy has like
Yeah.
everything on Super 8 and like all these old formats and goes through everything, and he reviewed it. And if you go watch his review, he talks about these couple little things that you can pay attention to that helps you understand it more.
Yep.
Dude, I was gonna start reviewing movies, but then I saw some people that do, and I'm like, damn, they're so good at this. I'm not sure I want to mess with that.
Yeah.
Like the all the Easter eggs they find in movies and stuff. I'm like, man, I don't have the time for all this.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of good channels out there that do it.
I'm trying to find this one that I really like.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan is an awesome director. I love pretty much all his movies.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and link his review for it.
Okay, cool. And then I picked up this. I haven't seen it yet. Chaos Walking. It was $10.
I don't know who's in it.
Tom Holland, the Spider-Man dude.
And then Daisy
Spider-Man.
Ridley from Star Wars.
Yep.
New ones.
Is that a new movie?
Yeah.
It's fairly new. Yeah, it's $10.
Dude, there was this movie with like a bunch of actors in that we were like, we couldn't even get through it. It was so weird.
I got.
But it had Tom Holland in it. I don't even know what it's called.
It might be that movie.
Who else is in that movie?
Daisy Ridley.
Is the dude from the new Batman in it? Pattinson.
Oh, is
Robert
he?
Pattinson? He'd be listed.
Are you
pretty
talking
high.
about?
I don't see him.
Dude, there's a
something to do
movie-
with drugs or something.
Yeah, there's a movie with like Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland, some other people, and we were like an hour into it. We hadn't even seen Robert Pattinson yet, and I'm like, "What is this movie?" It was like
The Devil All the
absolutely
Time.
wacky. Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. I think that's it. That movie
Yep,
is
that's it.
weird.
Yeah.
We were watching this movie, and I'm just like, I'm completely lost. I'm a little twisted. I'm not sure I want to watch this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, thanks for warning me. I won't watch that one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's up.
And then I got classic, of course.
Nice.
Dark Knight.
That's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
Dude.
You get the whole trilogy. You know,
The
there's
Contra-
a UHD Nolan collection where it's like
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of his
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. Dude, that's a great movie.
It is. I haven't seen this either. Alita Battle Angels. People tell me
Oh,
to pick that up.
it's interesting. I think some people would say maybe it's a little too dorky or like a little too. I actually think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I'm not much of a gamer. I'm not much like anime or kind of this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I thought that was well done. It was a pretty cool movie.
That's cool.
Entertaining. I like Christoph Waltz. He's awesome.
Yeah. And then everybody said pick this one up, Martian. They said this is like a must for HDR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one of those ones that you can watch like 7 times in a row though.
Right, right.
And to
And I
me,
got
it's
another-
a watch once and you're done.
Yeah.
Same thing with that Astra.
Yeah, that one's all right. You know, the ones I can give you a couple movies that I can watch 1,000 times if you guys
Okay.
want.
Sure, yeah.
One is The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
I like that
Have you
movie.
seen-
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is amazing. And then Oblivion, same thing with him.
Yeah, Oblivion's
Another
probably
really
my
good
favorite
movie.
Tom Cruise movie. That's
Dude, The
not
Edge
like
of-
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think The Edge of Tomorrow is a little better, but I like Oblivion too.
Mhm.
And I don't know why. Jack Reacher is another good one from Tom Cruise there on those three. Those are 3. I'm like a Tom Cruise groupie here.
I mean, I want to see the new Top Gun.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any of the new ones. I haven't seen the new Bond movie yet either. I heard that was pretty good. Gotta check
Yeah.
that one out.
The new Top Gun's not out yet, right? Pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, the new Bond was good. There's a couple little things here and there that kind of bugged me. But overall it was good. It was pretty good ending to it.
And then I never seen this, so don't kill me. But Alien.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's really old school. Like
Yeah.
that's like it's like edge of your seat. Like shit, that scared me.
And no matter how good your sound system is, you're probably gonna want subtitles to hear what they're saying.
Yeah,
The audio didn't age well on that.
No.
that's another problem with YouTube TV. Their audio cuts out all the time too. I don't know what's up with that. I'll have, especially when I have my headphones on, like my XM4 headphones. It's like cutting back and forth between different like codecs or something, and I like losing sound quality all the time. It never happened with the Spectrum app. Dude, you got a lot of movies. What else?
The last three, I'm just three more. That's it. They're the bargain bin.
Like it.
The bargain bin right here.
I can't see them. Oh, Transformers.
Transformers, Last Night, Robin Hood, and then Anna. Yeah.
Wait, Last Night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see
that one.
Oh, it's called Transformers Last Night.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
That one's a good UHD one showcase,
Robin
especially
Hood.
for audio.
And then Anna. That's it. That's what I picked up. I also picked up the Joker and the Super 8.
Oh, the Joker's amazing.
Get the Snyder cut.
Oh, I got the Snyder cut too. Yeah, I got it for $10.
Of the Joker?
Oh no, there's not a Snyder.
Justice League Snyder cut.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was
There's
confused.
Zack
No.
Snyder's.
Oh,
Justice
yeah.
League.
Yeah, I've seen that. The movie's
That's
like 6
good.
hours long.
That's a good. Like I hated the Justice League when I seen it. Like I was like, this is one of the worst movies I ever seen. But I watched the Snyder cut and I was like, wow, that's one of the better ones I've ever seen. So it's crazy how a director's cut can make a movie so much better.
Yep. If only we ever got to see his entire vision.
Right?
That's a sad thing.
Yeah, it sucks. I think his daughter died during it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
I heard he's really awesome though. I know people at first were giving it. I thought people at first were kind of like, "Oh, he's drama, so he's not going to finish it." I think it really was just a lot of personal things, and then they just kind of he couldn't finish it, so then they took it in a weird direction, and he was like, "That's not really what I was going to do with that movie."
Yeah. And
But it was all like tough.
yeah, he's really, really good when given good content. But like the Army of the Dead and stuff, like when he writes his own content, then he kind of loses you.
Yeah, what was that? Is that New Vegas movie?
Yeah, the zombies one.
I heard the
that
prequel's
sucks.
better. I heard the prequel's really good. Army of
I
Thieves.
didn't.
Army of
I didn't
Thieves.
like that. I didn't like that movie. That more recent one. I was kind of like I was sitting there like picking it apart. I'm like, okay, listen. If this is gonna happen, well, then why would you do that? I was just like, come on, dude. This is easy writing. Writing 101, man. Like you could pick that apart. Oh, Atomic Blonde. Someone just said that. Atomic Blonde. That movie's amazing. You got.
Oh yeah, I've seen that movie.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
she's badass in that movie. That's a great movie. I can't find that anywhere. I actually wanted to watch that movie. Like you got to like buy it. It's just like no one has it. No HBO, nothing.
Another good one with a female lead is Lucy with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
I like that movie a lot.
That one's good. Also, Hannah with that little girl. Have you seen that movie, Hannah?
Hannah.
Yeah, that was good.
Dude, Hannah with that young. She's a younger actor, and she's basically like a genetic freak, and like her dad hides her out in the middle of nowhere, and then she comes back into society, and she just starts
TV
mauling
show?
people.
No,
well, they might have
Eric
made a
Bana?
TV show.
Wasn't
They might have
Eric
made
Bana,
it. Yeah, Eric Bana. It's a movie, but I think
okay.
they did make a TV show about it or something.
Gotcha.
But the movie is good.
Yeah.
It's got what's her name is I can't remember sometimes I get bad with the names. I can like picture anyone in the movie, but I'm not great with the names. Let's look it up. IMDb Hannah.
It's 2011. Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
they
hate
had a
looking up
series
movies
about it.
and seeing how long ago they came
Oh,
out,
no
and it
shit,
just makes me
right?
feel old.
Yeah, Kate
Right.
Blanchett is the bad chick. Kate Blanchett.
Dang.
She's
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead.
yeah,
and
man.
leave
Ask
them.
us some questions.
Yeah, the one UHD I purchased, I would decline and tell you not to get is the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I
They
heard
ruined
about
it.
that. Mm-hmm.
They
Why,
added
just 'cause it's-
so much smoothing and noise reduction, but there's so many scenes where their faces will like you'll see the pores and then everything just looks like it's melting and it's just horrible.
What'd you guys think of the movie Gemini Man? How they messed up Will Smith's face and all that.
I made it like 10 seconds into it and I couldn't watch it. The
Really?
I didn't mind it. I liked the movie actually.
I thought it was all right.
pretty
I thought it
good.
was all right.
Yeah.
But it was
entertaining.
weird. I was wondering like if there was some sort of happy medium between what they did with his face and how he really looks. Like, could they have done a little less like
Mm-hmm.
changing of his face? Because it almost looked like it was a video game. And I know like in the movie The Irishman, they kind of did that similar stuff, but they did it to like a lesser degree. It wasn't so done, like De Niro's face looked like it was younger, but it didn't look like he was like a video game.
Yeah.
So, The Hobbit looks great on UHD because that was shot digitally. But
and it was
Lord of the Rings on
10 years
film,
newer.
they're like, we're just gonna try and clean up all this film grain. They put so much noise reduction, and it was just way too much and looked bad.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Barnes.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this guy is saying, Barnes is saying, how much are 2022 OLEDs likely to get? Are they gonna get better? My dilemma is, I like Sony's picture a lot, but better than LG's. But I also game. Should I wait for 2022 Sony's to get gaming features? I feel like
it just depends on how important VRR and Dolby Vision, that stuff is to you. The problem still remains, though, that unless Sony comes up with another way of handling the dimming, that's my only biggest complaint with the Sony OLEDs when gaming, is some of the games it just is too aggressive with the dimming. So,
right.
I mean, I know Philips is basically adding like zones, thousands of zones or whatever to detect static elements so that it can just dim those zones that have the static stuff. So if Sony copies that or does something similar, then that would be great.
Yeah, I pretty much feel the same way about that. I think, though, that in general, the 2022 OLEDs aren't going to get much better. I think it's just going to be kind of a refresh with some added enhancements, but I don't think anybody's going to regret buying right now.
Someone asked, IRL asked about the movies, the Batman movies. I think that I think the Dark Knight is clearly my favorite of those three.
I like the Dark Knight, yeah.
I actually think that the Dark Knight Rises might be better than the Batman Begins, but I would move the Dark Knight in the lead there.
Yeah, so when they were coming out, at first I wasn't too big on Begins, but in rewatching years later, I think Begins might be my favorite. I just really like how smart Scarecrow was, and that whole using the water supply, turning it to steam to that all just seems very smart and just different than what you would expect. And so I really like Begins. I like them all a lot. There's just a few things with Rises that brings it down maybe half a point, but I would say they're all 9 to 10 out of 10s.
Which is the one where he's in prison? In that
Rises.
Prison? Is that Rises? Yeah, I feel like that part's a little bit slow, but other than that,
movie is it's a long movie, man. It's got like 7 different chapters to it. That movie. I like Cillian Murphy. I like him. Peaky Blinders, the guy that he's talking about, the Scarecrow, that actor. He's pretty awesome.
I haven't seen that show yet. Everybody recommends it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I like Sneaky Pete on Amazon. I like that show a lot.
I have not seen that. I don't think.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's about a con man.
Sounds good. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. You rock. You guys are on another live stream on fire this week. Yeah. We just did a live stream yesterday on Classy's channel. I'm doing it today because Friday probably won't do one, honestly. Just gonna try to relax the rest of the week. I might do one at midnight tomorrow.
Nice.
Just for the people overseas and stuff, and I don't know.
StreamYard had a time limit, and it's like I get an email that I'm approaching the time limit of the amount of time you can stream in a month.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I still gotta move mine over because I have I paid for the one, and
right.
I gotta move it over because past the remote we did not pay for that one, and it's like.
Yeah, I was surprised that you guys aren't using that account.
Oh no, yeah, I just gotta move it over. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the difference is that little StreamYard logo, basically.
Yeah, it's gonna be burned into everybody's OLED.
And if you do another one of those,
yeah,
if you do another one of those all-day streams, that's gonna eat up. You get 20 hours a month. So.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. That was a lot of. I was tired for like a week after that.
Dude.
It was fun. It was cool just to have everyone hang. But I mean, it wasn't like I don't know if people got anything like super, super valuable out of it after the first few hours. I think people were just kind of hanging, watching us get all like stupid. But I don't know about everyone else, but I thought our live stream in New York was a lot of fun when we were walking around the city.
I watched that. It was hilarious. I wish Classy was there. I was like, oh man, I really wish Classy was in this stream.
Are you guys gonna go to CES or not?
I'm not. No.
No, you guys should, man. It's
I want
huge.
to. Yeah, I want
so many
to
contacts. Just drive down, dude. It's not that far.
Yeah, I have ISF in Florida like the week after. So.
Yeah, it's just too uncertain right now for what's going on. So.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go in 2019. Right when I started, I had one of my friends was like, "Oh, let me see if Samsung will send you." He had like his wife has like 700,000 subscribers. They're like, anyone from your crew want to go? So he tried to get me hooked up. I had like 700 subscribers, and they like, nah, we'll pass on him.
Yep.
You're lost, Samsung. Should have sent me. No,
so Olympus, some sports can cause dimming as well. I've seen a lot of like soccer issues or hockey, football, maybe not, depends on how often they go to commercial break.
Yeah. I mean the LG's dim too if you have the settings turned on. So
yeah, it'll just that you can turn it off, but
right. Yeah. But a lot of people don't because they think that it's gonna mess their burn-in protection.
And it's not as
so.
aggressive. But.
Right.
Dude, Ninjician said, don't buy Prestige on UHD. Now, I don't know about buying it on UHD, but I thought that movie was pretty cool.
That movie
that's a pretty badass movie. I think I don't know, maybe he's saying that it doesn't have.
It's probably just not a good transfer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I imagine.
Daniel, with the super chat, thank you.
What up?
Nice $25 super chat. He says,
is that 25 pesos or dollars? I'm just kidding.
I think it's dollars.
I'm
just
joking,
because you just need FOMO and Shanna and all my favorite streamers together in one place. That would be really cool. If we could all get together for a big stream one time, that would be cool.
If you guys are around, come on in on Friday.
Friday,
just come say hi.
What is it, 10 a.m. you said?
I think so. That's what he put. Yeah, 10 a.m.
It's really early. But I'll wake up for that. I'll wait.
Oh, come on, dude.
I sleep till like 12, bro. Like every day.
One of the things I have to say, like obviously, no one really cares, but I balance a lot of things. I know Classy has a full-time job and does this on the side, so he knows you got to like manage your time. But ever since, because I also have been coaching my kids this year on 2 different sports, so it's been like crazy. But actually getting to sleep on time and getting up early, like, has been really helping me kind of like keep my productivity, because it's hard. I mean, as long as you have a similar cycle and you know what you're doing. But yeah, I will say though, since I have stopped coaching my kids in like, beginning of October, I have so much more free time now. Nice. I can put out like twice as many videos if I.
Yeah, I had some hours reduced at my job, but now the calibration stuff takes up a lot of time. So
yeah, for sure.
It's like trying to do 3 things plus just kids and whatever, and you just a lot of time to get home, and it's just like I could work on this video, but playing some Halo sounds nice.
You put in the hours, though, man. I know. I'm like asking him questions midnight my time. He's texting me at like 3 a.m. his time, and I'm like, hey, if you're up, I'm gonna call you up and ask you about this setting.
Yeah, I did a calibration live stream the other whatever. It was like 4.5, 5 hours long.
Damn. That's cool.
Yeah, I stay up till like 5 a.m. every night. It's crazy.
Those days are over for me.
I just be grinding. Like if I do a video, I start working on it like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, I've been there, like especially the same time last year. I was getting videos done for my editor at like 5 o'clock on Friday nights, and then he had from like 7 till midnight to get it back to me. We were always cutting it close, and then I just learned like the last 2 things on Premiere that I didn't know how to do, which was like adding music and like adding text. And I'm like, oh my God, that was so easy. Why didn't I just do that shit myself?
Right. Do you edit your own videos now or what?
Yeah, now I edit I've been editing everything for the last like year now. So it's like,
it's good video production. So
I even edited the Manscaped video I just did. I don't know if you saw it. It's pretty funny. Did you guys see that or no?
I didn't see it yet. No.
You want to see? Should I share it? It's kind of funny. I don't have to. I can do it later. It's fine. Yeah. We got other questions to ask.
I thought Interstellar looks, good. It's just, it doesn't, I can't think of many scenes in it that highlights what an OLED is great at, which would be like really dark scenes with like really bright small areas. So
yeah, that movie is kind of gray and dirty. It's just like dirt.
And
Yeah,
then like the Snow Planet or Ice Planet, whatever, is like so bright that would be good for an LCD.
Yeah.
But let me go look at my movies real quick.
That movie's weird. Interstellar. That's a weird.
I need to
movie.
watch that too. Yeah,
I wasn't like super
on my
stoked
list.
on it. It's got a lot of like emotion. It's got, you know, you give me something that Matthew McConaughey's in, I'm down. He's good. You know, he's a great actor. The Lincoln Lawyer. I love that. It's great. Have you seen that or no?
I think so.
He's like I don't know. He's like a Saul Goodman. Have you seen you know, Breaking Bad? You ever watched Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
You know, oh, that's a good movie. Nobody. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Nobody.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That movie is badass. Like that is a great movie. It's a little, I mean, like he's like I don't want to ruin it. Yeah. Great movie. Go see Nobody. I rented it. It was like $2.99 on Prime, so I rented it. $2.99. Well, money well spent.
Nice. Let's see.
Jimmy McGill. Hell yeah. It's all good, man.
Yeah, if you guys are here, hit the like button if you haven't already. That's help out. Appreciate you guys.
You might as well.
Yeah.
45 people haven't done it. I know I did it. Have you?
It's like putting away your cart at the supermarket. You know, are you one of those people that put away your cart, or you just leave it there?
That's funny. Boom, boom.
Let's see.
I'm gonna go to see what the fam's doing out there real quick. Oh, okay. No, I'll wait till Classy gets back. No, it's cool. I'll wait till he gets back.
Okay. He said debating.
He was back on my on the live that I'm watching. He's still on because it's not caught up to live. That's
okay. Like I got you. You're not watching the StreamYard thing.
So no, I got them both. I always I get the comments on the right, and then I get the but I just clicked on the one where he was back.
You ever see it where StreamYard like bugs out and like everybody's lips are out of sync from the audio one time?
No, mine doesn't do that. What I get is when I watch the replay, my replay side freezes all the time. It's not ever live, so I have to click live all the time to get it to catch up. So like mine always bugs out.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go through this question real quick.
No worries.
He says Freddie735 was saying debating buying a 7780J. Will I notice an improvement on my Sony KDL over my Sony KDL 60NX720? Just kidding, but it's for OLED TV for streaming movies. Wow, I just like butchered that, but yeah, you can read it.
Basically, will it last for 10 years?
Yeah,
for streaming movies. So I would think so. I don't see any problem with it. The only thing is, if you watch a lot of 21:9 content with black bars, in the later years, where the black bars are, and then you watch something that's 16:9 where there are no bars, those areas could be brighter.
Yeah, that's interesting. I broke on that question. Like you just broke, you just broke me. Let's see. I'm a big retro games fan. SNES OG PlayStation. Would the A80J be better than the C1 G1 to play on them because of upscaling?
No, I would say no, because those are really designed for low input lag. Because I mean they were for CRTs, which had none. Yeah. So the LG would be better for that.
Right. And then there's a couple of like upscalers that really work good with those older systems that do a good job on 4K TVs that kind of get it close to looking like what it would look like on a CRT. So look into that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. So I grabbed some movies that I think would do well to showcase OLED.
Okay, let's do it.
Jupiter Ascending.
Oh,
all right.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. Right, so space, but with lots of CG explosions and lights and so on.
Yeah.
My favorite movie of all time, Man of Steel.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. This is really good for shadow detail and dark areas, Alien Covenant.
Okay.
Just most of this movie's in the dark, so that's where OLED would really shine. And then The Watchmen, again, really dark with a lot of CG colors and lights and so on.
I like The Watchmen. It's a good movie.
Yep. Yep. And then the Snyder Cut, because of the form factor, and you have those black bars on the side, it kind of makes the area of the OLED like not where ABL isn't as much of a problem because it's not going to fill the whole screen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's cool. Yeah, so those are the recommended for, you say, for displaying on an OLED?
Yeah, pretty much like mostly like darker movies and things like that will really do better on an OLED.
Cool.
You know, I like that movies in general. I feel like movies in general are starting to like they're taking into consideration like how it's going to look in HDR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the John Wick movies are an example of how they got better and better with like the stuff in the background being all like crazy colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that scene in John Wick 3 at the end where they're fighting everyone. There's just constantly cool shit going on in the background that's like super colorful. You know?
Those movies would be good for OLED too because there are a lot of nighttime scenes.
Yeah.
They're awesome. It's just they're really cool movies.
Yeah. You've seen both at 83. I think the C1 for the $3,000 difference is just grab the C1, but
oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
price wise, yeah. I mean, I had China's in my house for a little bit, and I put it in that. I mean, it's hard to see, but like when I looked at one and I looked at the other, it looked to me like the A90J had a little bit more life to it, but it's hard to just make that quick comparison with just using your eyes. But after we've been reviewing so many TVs, your eyes are typically accurate. My eyes don't typically lie to me too much. But then you guys will measure the brightness on them and it may say that they're the same, but I don't know. It's just those like really small highlights, but it's really hard to justify $3,000 for the quality difference.
Yeah. That's a big difference, man. The A90J is definitely a better TV than the C1, but it's I don't think it's $3,000 better.
Yeah, it's like the speakers. That's about the speakers, the heat sink. I mean, you can buy that C1 and buy an entire like audio system for that difference.
Yeah, and I mean again, so the brightness measurements too. Like it really doesn't matter what the measurements are because I mean the X95J doesn't measure nearly as bright as a QN90A, but in content they're the same. So, some of the Sony, like the Sony A80 can measure less than the LGs at a 10% window, but it's generally brighter in real content because the XR processor can push the brightness where it needs to be. So the measurements are like a guideline, but real content is where it matters.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Dude, my son's been trying to get Godzilla King of Monsters because like they have on HBO Max Godzilla vs. Kong and the original Godzilla. Well, not the original, but like the one from like 2011. But the Godzilla King of Monsters one is a really good movie.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's
so
cool. Much better than Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong sucked to be honest. It was kind of like
terrible.
I didn't really understand the whole like I don't know, traveling through the tunnels. I was like,
It was all over the place, dude.
But that King of Monsters thing where he's like setting a nuclear bomb next to him, I better not say it.
That movie is really good. That's a good LCD movie right there. Like the flashing and everything like that. If you want to display it,
Although like if you watch it on an OLED, that blue flash is blue, but if you watch it on an LCD, it'll be like white.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so bright, it's just white.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like the OLEDs. The same thing happened in like Endgame when like they say rain, when like Thanos says rain fire. It's like all those they're on an LCD, it's like, oh, it's white, it's so bright, it's cool. And then you watch it on an OLED and like and like Thor's hammer, the lightning is all like really beautiful blue. Yeah. And it's like it looks a lot different.
Yeah.
But
when I was streaming the TCL 6 series, we were seeing that, comparing it with the A80. Yeah. Playing games, whatever, looking at the sky is just white on the TCL when it's blue on the A80.
Yeah, and you'll notice that in like clouds and stuff too. Like you'll see like in what was the movie Winter Soldier, when they're like fighting in the sky, like on the LCD it's almost like all washed out white, and on the OLED it's like you can see the clouds and you can see all kinds of stuff. It just depends. I mean, you can set it different ways to see more detail in all of them, but
yeah, no, it's definitely a different experience on both of them. That was one of the movies I compared when I had the A80J and I think it was the C1, and I also used my Q90T, and I was just comparing them.
Which one? Winter Soldier?
The King of Monsters.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And there's no doubt about it. Like when you watch a movie on an OLED, you're just gonna get more like depth out of it, and more just it's like that crystal clear picture look to it. Is what I like to describe. Like it's just very clear in comparison to an LCD, but the LCD is just gonna be so much brighter. So it's just you just gotta pick what you like. That's what I tell people.
Yes. Stent Placer is the one that asked about the 83 OLED. So yeah, get the C1, have Jason do it.
That's
and
awesome.
Jason's really like one of the top-notch calibrators out there.
No doubt.
It's not so good at giving us directions to where the bar he is at. We walked around New York for like 2 hours trying to find them.
He's swapped a 65 for a 900A with a clean panel. It's just going to be lottery no matter what. Just keep swapping the 75 till you get a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that'll suck is if I get get the KY 900A 85 inch and I keep it or whatever, and it has like terrible, dirty screen. I'll be like, meh. It won't be hard to return if that's the case, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're exchanging it, I don't think it matters. So if that could be good content. How many times do you got to exchange it to get a good one?
For sure, dude.
Dude, that would be a good video, actually, if you just had to keep returning your.
Yeah, just record each one and show how many.
The one thing that when I want to make a video, it's like I try to put time and effort on one side and what I'm going to get out of it and how many views. And yes, maybe 1,000 people would love to watch that, but are like 1 million people want to watch me take back 15 TVs? Hell no, I'm not doing that.
Well, I think that actually might hit with like the outside audience that don't watch this kind of stuff. That's something that could probably go viral.
They'll be like 5,000 for a TV. I just got an 85 inch for 300. They'll buy like the cheapest TV possible.
That's true.
Just call it.
Most people are cheap.
Lottery. How many Samsungs till you get a good one or something?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would actually be a good idea. Try to get the cheapest 85-inch TV you can get, and then keep buying it to see how long it takes to get a good panel.
There you go.
There you go. I can't do it. Can't, stairs and all, but.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be out of commission here soon too. I have to have surgery, so
I
have to have surgery on the old ankle eventually. It's actually feeling better now, but I tore a ligament in my foot, so I'm like hobbling around.
I mean, I'm not like do more videos though that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. But China had surgery. He's post-op from his. He had reconstructive Achilles surgery, so he's like in a boot.
Dang, what are you guys doing?
I don't know. He got hurt in Vegas. I don't know what he was doing.
Wow,
he got hurt in Vegas. Yeah, I was playing basketball.
When I was 10 or 11, I had my Achilles tendons lengthened, and they've never been right since.
So. Yeah. It's tough surgery. What he had, I think he just ruptured it. They're gonna have to put a flex band. They take this inorganic piece and they wrap it. They drill 2 holes in 2 of the bones in your feet and they wrap it around and then they screw it into your foot and then you rehab. But I mean, it's like immediately back to normal as long as you can rehab it. But it can take up to 6 to 9 months to get it all the way back. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, the 546 is a great deal. Although I would say pay the extra $20 for the 55-inch. It's only $20 difference.
Yeah. So, Brandon, what's your favorite TV at like the 1,500 to 2,000 range right now?
I don't know. I mean, like I know you guys were talking about the TCL 646.
Yeah.
I mean, like last year, I liked the Hisense and the TCL TVs that were both under the price of the Sonys.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, it seems like both of them are even better than last year models.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not sure the X90J is a whole lot better than the X900H. I mean, it's not much, if at all.
Right.
And so that price difference, it's like, I mean, I haven't seen the 646 yet. But what did you say, Classy? You said you do not like it as much as you like the Hisense, or you just said you don't like it? One of you two said something about the 646 that they didn't like it.
I like the 646. It just has problems and is buggy. This is my list, and you can see the 646 is on here. Like the TCL is all on here. I'm not a fan of what Hisense did with having more blooming just to get brighter. So I picked the TCLs over them. It's just at like the $1,300 price range for the 75 R646. Personally, I would pay $300 more for the X90J from Costco with a 5-year warranty and have a reliable, solid TV. I don't think there's that much picture quality difference between them other than the Sony's more accurate. But this is my list for the end of the year.
I like it. Yeah, no. And any of those TVs too, I definitely would go with the size over like if they had a hard cap at like 1,300 or something, I'd be like, get the 75 of the
Yeah,
TCL, or
that's
you
the
know,
TCL is 75.
exactly, or like
mhm.
or like if my hard cap was 1,000, then maybe it's like the TCL 5 series or something. But
Yep.
yeah, man. What do you guys think about, like, I don't know if the U6G, is that have a 75-inch, or the U7G? Those TVs are pretty good, aren't they, for the price?
The U7G 75 is IPS.
Right.
The
Oh, is
65
it?
inch, like the TCL is better, and then the U6G, I like the 5 series over the U6G.
Yeah. Do they even have a 5 series or a U6G at 75?
I'm not sure what the sizes were. I couldn't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm looking right
a
now. Hold on.
55 and 65.
Yeah, the 5
I was
series.
trying to recommend a TV for the friend, but then I was like thinking about just giving him the A8H instead. But you know, we'll see.
Yeah, the 5 series really got a good bump this year. It went from being like a typical 400 whatever nit TV up to like 700 nits, and aside from, you know, not being very accurate colors out of the box, it's really good.
Yeah. Shango with the $20 super chat. Thank you. He says, I'm wishing everyone great luck on getting TVs of your choice at great bargain prices. Thanks KG, Classy, and B for help guiding us through this. I'm hoping to score at HTA9. Nice. Are those still out of stock?
I'm not sure.
Pretty much everywhere.
I think FOMO said just like call Robert and he can let you know when the next allocation's coming in and put you on the list.
Dude, those people are so cool over there
they are.
at Valley Electronics.
Nice people.
I got mine in like a week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Shango. I appreciate that.
Shango in the house. Shango 1504.
Returning a TV video sounds educational.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like a lot of work too.
Yeah,
sounds like a lot of work.
It is probably.
Did you hear what happened with my A90J and Amazon?
No, but I can imagine it was a disaster with Amazon.
Yeah,
the one that got left out in the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you texted that. Well, what happened?
Yeah, like it was supposed to, initially the delivery date was Thursday. Then on Tuesday, it's like, it's going to be delivered by 10 p.m. It's like, all right, cool. And then at 10 p.m., it got back to the warehouse in Cleveland the second time. Wednesday, same thing. Then it got went back to the warehouse a third time. Thursday morning at 6:45 in the morning, I have them on video on my Blink camera, bringing it up to my door, standing there looking around for a minute like they don't know what to do. And then they take it down and around the side of the house, behind the house, and I have a carport. And instead of putting it under the carport where it's dry, it's half sticking out of the carport in the like half of the side of the house, half of the back of the house. And then it's raining for 3 hours and just happened to like wake up and check and then see it sitting out there.
So was it just trashed or what? Or did it work?
The box is not good. The TV is okay, but it's just like they put on the scanner that they handed it to a resident.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Just like I got two Amazon packages with nothing in it lately. Two in the last month. 2 empty packages. One was like a $300 like mic recorder, and I'm like,
that's crazy,
dude. Like, there's nothing in this package. The end is open. Like, you can see. I mean, like, you just delivered an empty package. Come on, man.
Right.
Not a TV though, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with Amazon yet, but they did take a long time to return stuff. But sometimes
they're not as good at returning. It's harder for them because it's like shipping a TV back and forth. You got to take it back to like a UPS store to return it. So it's like a more complicated return. I don't think you can just drop the TVs off at like your local Kohl's department store.
Right, but they come to your house to just get them.
Well, I mean, I did mine. It was like a drop off. I think I did.
Yeah, like when I sent back the QN90A, they pick it up. It goes to that warehouse in Cleveland, and then it shows that it's sitting there for 3 weeks, but they never moved it from there to actual Amazon. So I had to wait like 3 weeks for it to be at the point that they consider it lost and then refund.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. I returned one of the TVs. I think it was a QN90A as well. And I sent it. I put it to UPS. They slapped the label on it. It got all the way back to Arizona, and then they reshipped it all the way back to my house from Arizona. Because my label was still exposed. I made the mistake. So they must have scanned my label again instead of the return label.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got it back again. Same thing like Classy just said. they had it in their possession for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, dude, I never got that refund. I call them up. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, listen, you got about 5 minutes to refund me that money. So I like forced this like overseas group to like refund my money pending that they would then find it. And I never heard from them again. But it's like, dude, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like you can look at the tracking says, because one of the tracking numbers said it was redelivered to my house again. And I'm like, no, dude, it's at you guys. Look at the other tracking number. You guys have it. You know?
Yeah. Will the TV deals still be available at Cyber Monday? Most of them, yeah, will be. I think most of these will run throughout the whole month.
Yeah, definitely through Cyber Monday. Now they even call it like Cyber Week.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole week after.
Yep. It's December, like mid-December, like early January is where you start seeing it go back up in price, even like before the previous sale price sometimes. Like, I don't know what they do with their sale prices sometimes, but that's what they do. They just jack them up right after Black Friday, and then they drop them again in February, March.
If you look at the Best Buy, like Black Friday ads, they have like the crappiest Samsung TV, and then they have the X90J up there. Then they have like an Insignia TV. It's like, dude, these TVs are all very inexpensive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
it's funny how much we talk about the expensive TVs too, you know, and then it's like all these ones are up here.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of comments lately about the X90J not looking good in stores. And I think that's just because they feed it SDR and then they have it in a bright mode with the max brightness. And then when you do that with an LCD in SDR, then your black levels raise, you're going to show blooming more, that kind of stuff. So it's like, just, I've been seeing a lot of comments lately just saying the X90J doesn't look good in stores.
Yeah.
A lot of those screens too, they have like transition screens that are like gray, and you'll get like weird gray uniformity. It looks like crap for a couple seconds. And then, you know, like it's just weird how some of that content works.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like your Rock was saying, the Black Friday is no longer just a day anymore. It really was never just a day with TVs, though. TVs have always been like the whole month for November. Like, that's always been a thing. But it's always like you see the doorbuster TVs on Black Friday, and that's about it. And those doorbusters, just stay away from them. They're not worth your time most of the time. Unless you need like a bedroom TV or something.
Unavailable. Yep. Can't get any of the TVs. I'm still looking.
Man.
Nope. You know, the best way I can do it here too is drive up to Ontario, California. That's where like the Best Buy warehouse is. I can just order it and then go pick it up there because they have some stock there.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised there's no open boxed ones around.
There probably is, to be honest. I probably could walk into a store and just grab an open box. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
I would totally be taking advantage of open box if I was in your area. Like, there's so many probably returns at this point this year.
Yeah, the Best Buy that down by our house is huge too. And then the other one, there's another one in La Jolla that always has returns. The place is like just filled with return TVs. I feel bad.
Yeah, I used
because
to
some of them are mine.
Yeah, I feel the same way. When I look at some of the Best Buy open box, I'm like, oh, I had that TV. Oh, that is my TV.
Like I said, though, as long as I know that the ones that I returned are normally pretty good. They're in good shape. I will not return a TV that's all jacked up. Although I dropped the A80J on its face, it still worked.
Yeah. And morally, I will never rebuy the same TV I returned. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I would feel bad. Let's see. Jeremy was saying. Just go ahead.
I mean, I think it's worth it because you're getting panel binning. You're getting new panel versus a panel lottery if it's the newer old panel with the 65-inch. And then plus you're getting a much bigger size. So I would say it's worth it.
%40 more TV.
Yeah.
It's not even 50% more price. So it's about 40%. It's about worth it. I think someone wrote about a mount. Speaking of Sony, the Sony TV mount EP at $629. The Sony mount is like overpriced and it doesn't tilt down or anything. It just kind of pulls out and pushes back a little bit. So not really worth it. You can just buy that mount. Just buy a mount from anywhere. Like that flat mount that is the
Mhm.
tilt and extend mount can tilt downward too. That one at Costco, it's pretty nice. It's like $89. I think that mount's like $175 for that, so I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Shango with another super chat. He says, a little ways out, but do you think that the G2 will have a heatsink like the A90J? I don't. I think if they have a heatsink, they'll do a new model, like a new number with it, or a new letter with it. So
Yeah, like the E2 or whatever we've said
something
before.
like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see much changing with the G2.
Funny stuff. I'm gonna have to take off in a minute. I think
Okay, yeah, we're
the
gonna
names are
wrap
getting
up
restless
pretty
out
soon.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Get your
We're
super
going for 2
chats in
hours.
quick, people. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess you have been. Solid
You've
stream
been here for like
a
an hour,
Wednesday night.
so yeah.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
just
cool.
chilling. I was
Thanks
like,
for
oh,
stopping by,
I'm
man.
just chilling. Oh, of course, man, of course. Been busy. It's nice not to have so much going on. Like I said, we've been doing practices like for the year straight. So now neither kid has a sport until after the new year. So I'm kind of stoked.
Nice.
Yeah, it could be the older panel or the new WBE panel. You can't tell by looking at the box. And yeah, the 77 guarantees that it's the new panel. 65, it could be either way.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. Oh, that deal is still going on with the Amazon 10%. If you have an Amazon card. Let's see.
What do you get? 10% off purchases in general,
So
or
you
what?
get 10% off of the 7780J if you use your Amazon card, or 10% back, not off, but
Other TVs as well.
yeah, other TVs as well. I'll link that deal.
It's kind of funny. I have for like the last couple of years, I had a client who we used their credit card to purchase something, and they had to give me their information in order to do it, right? So I buy them. Oh, yeah, a lot of clients are, here's my, buy me some stuff. So like this guy literally had like $5,000 in rewards just sitting. So every time I went to check out on Amazon, his credit card, just use it and get it for free. And I'm like, oh man, I'd love to just get some shit for free, but but every time I buy it, it would try to prompt me to use this guy's reward points that were just like massive amounts. But obviously I never did. Very tempting though. Get some free stuff.
Yeah, I'll share it with you guys. Just in case people missed it last time, it's still going on. It's a good deal if you have an Amazon card. So other TVs are listed on here. It doesn't show the 77-inch 80J, but it is covered on here.
Nice. When is the 29th? Is that like next Wednesday or something?
29th is
5 days from now.
Yeah.
5 days. Next Monday-ish?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Too many days to count. It's cool that all of Black Friday is in the month of November. Last year it was split. It was like
Yep. I linked it in the chat. It is an affiliate link, so if you use it, it will help out the channel. I appreciate you guys for doing that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good deal though. You do get 5% back with your card already, and so you get an additional 5% if you do that deal. Let's see. As far as that goes, like I think that's about all the deals that we really seen. If you're like a mall member, like I don't know how this works, but if you're an LG mall member, whatever that is, somebody tweeted this to me. They said you can get a 83-inch C1 for $3,600. So if that means anything to you guys, check that out. And then if you guys are military members, the AFES is going to have their Black Friday sale pretty soon. And I saw the C1 is going to be, the 77-inch C1 is going to be $25.99. So check that out if you're looking for a 77-inch C1 for no tax. For $25.99, that's a really good deal. And yeah, other than that, all the deals are out there. You guys got anything you want to promote before we wrap up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if people want to learn how to install their own TV, can check out my review or check out my videos. If you want that information, I don't know. most people can probably install it themselves anyways.
Yeah, check out his channel anyway for like really good input on TV reviews and installations, like you said. But like your TV reviews are really good. I really liked your QN90A versus QN85A. I thought that was really practical and it helps out a lot of people, I think. So
cool, man. Well, I appreciate it. I like your reviews too. I like both your guys' content. You guys are fantastic in my book.
awesome, man. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. What you working on, Classy?
I got to get this A90J reviewed and other stuff, and then yeah, it's just been kind of tough to get through. Like, spent last night like 4 hours running measurements and stuff, and it just wasn't working right, and just gets kind of annoying sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So what's up with this blue tab? I see this a lot. I don't remember there being a blue tab on the A80J. That's just the screen protector thing, right? You could just pull that off.
I think so. I don't know. It's probably just there to
Trying to remember if the
cover up a
77
logo or something. I don't know.
I don't remember mine having a screen protector. I want to say that was LG that did that.
No, it doesn't have a screen protector. It has just like some edging around the bezel.
Yeah. It's just
But
protecting the edge.
Just protecting that. Yeah.
Should be safe to pull it.
I just barely like in the bottom corner. I had like on FOMO's TV here. It had the little like energy efficient thing on it. I finally just tore it off. I'm like, dude, he doesn't need that.
Yeah, no.
I got to put this thing back in the box. I was gonna put it back in the box and throw the old Samsung up there if I got it, but no Samsung, so I just lazy and just left his TV there.
Maybe I'm weird. I just open the top flap of the box and just take those stickers and stick them to the bottom of the top flap of the box.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so I'm giving you guys a 5-minute warning. You get 5 minutes, ask your questions, and then we're gonna head out. So if you got any last second questions, drop them right here. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow night at midnight. Crazy, I know, but last time I did a midnight stream, I had like East Coast people there, and it was actually like 83 people. I was like, "What are you guys doing, like awake?" So it was fun. So stop by if you're up tomorrow night. I guess that would be 11:59 p.m. I'm
gonna jet.
All right,
let you guys finish up. Hey,
no doubt.
Nice chatting with you guys. Have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay?
Yeah, have a good Thanksgiving,
everybody.
man. Later. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Yeah. So, any last second questions? Get them in, and then we're gonna wrap. You got any games you've been playing, Classy, other than Halo?
Yeah, I'm kind of over Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I know you talked about that.
The monetization is just horrible, like as bad as you can imagine, and even worse. And the actual game itself is it's not there. Over 6 years of development time for 5 small maps, 5 big maps, and then like I'm only like Battle Pass level 6 or something. Already played all the modes and all the maps, and just getting so bored of it. And there's just a lot of problems with just the latency and just the way the game plays, and just I'm just done.
How
pretty
would I
much
even
what I expected going in, but
like I don't know if I'm gonna play it yet. I kind of like been debating. I really like Vanguard. I think Vanguard is really fun. So I might just stay on that, honestly. But if people ever want to play Halo, I'll jump on. Like if you're ever like, hey, jump on Halo, I'll probably jump on.
I mean, go ahead. I mean, it comes down to, it's like when I get on, what is Mrs. Classy playing and my friend and whatever, and it's probably going to be Halo, so I'll just appease them and play, and then I just get annoyed and bored and don't want to play it anymore. But it's ready to move on, and can't wait for Witch Queen on Destiny to come out. And
so I guess I'm gonna put this on here right now. I'm gonna say tune in tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be a 1-hour stream, maybe even longer if there's people to talk to. But it might just be me and like 10 people. So, but just stop by. I'm doing this for the people that are overseas who asked me to stream a little bit later. That's my gift to you guys. Like, I know you guys want to participate, so that's something that I think would be cool. Last time I did a stream was fun, so stop by if you are awake. if you're a night owl like me, stop by.
Yeah, it's 20% more efficient, and that means it can either be 20% more efficient, or it can be a little bit brighter and more efficient, or it could be brighter, whatever. But 77-inch A80J, there's no software restriction when it has the new panel, so it's just a bit brighter than the other sizes. But it only comes from the Guangzhou plant, which that one generally has a bit of a pink tint in the whites and grays, as well as typically more vertical banding. But the 7780J is pretty well binned, so it's not really much of an issue on that.
Yep. And then Forza, I want to play it like some more because I want to get into the customization. That's always my favorite part about Forza is customizing your car and stuff. And I heard it's really, really good in this one. So
yeah, I mean, my problem with it is just time. It's like,
yeah.
If it was, 7 years ago when I used to just play all the time, then I'd be all over it. But now it's just like, I only really play games I can just get on, play, get a few games in, and go off.
Yeah. So if I wanted to make the game more difficult, like put it into like more of like Forza Motorsport type feeling, like is there some settings I want to adjust, or
you're never gonna get the motorsport feel just because of the off-roading and stuff. So if you do, you're just gonna hate it as soon as you go off-road.
Okay.
You can go in the settings. Like my personal preference is put it into manual mode. For the line, I only use braking only, just because sometimes when you're on off-road, it can be kind of hard to tell when to brake. And then I turn stability off, but keep traction on.
Gotcha. And is there a wheel that like attaches to desks or no?
Yeah. So I bought one of the force feedback Logitech wheels back for, whether that would have been Horizon 3 or Motorsport 6, I believe. I think it was Horizon 3. And it's really like physically hard to turn the wheel when it like wants to do its force feedback and lock up and stuff. And it's not really what you expect. And I just always performed better with the controller. So depends on like if you want a more sim experience or if you just want a funner experience, I would say just play on the controller.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
I mean, I think it's better for the Motorsport series, but when you're off road in Horizon, it can be tough.
Yeah. So you think the wheel's better for Motorsport?
Yeah, because when you're off road and like you really need to turn the other way, like it can be hard to turn the wheel the other way, and when you're on pavement on a track, it's different.
Yeah, I feel like in Forza Horizon, like I just be always off road, like all the time, even when I'm supposed to be on road, and it's just like I wish I could just stay on road.
Yeah, but generally I just put the off-road tires on the car, and then even if it's a race that isn't off-road, they work well enough. They work better on road than the like race tires do off-road.
I feel dumb because I never thought about changing my tire.
Yeah, that'll be a huge difference.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up here. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving if that's something you celebrate. If you guys eat a lot of turkey, awesome. And don't eat too much turkey. Make sure you get a good nap afterwards and all that stuff. Make a classy burrito the next day.
Yeah. I was gonna say, eat all the turkey.
Yeah, eat all the turkey.
The potatoes, the stuffing, the gravy. Just throw it all in a burrito.
Yeah, my favorite thing is ham. I think ham is like always next level. Well, the way my mom does it, she just like makes the craziest ham, so it's like it's so good. And then my brother, he sometimes makes like a Dr. Pepper ham or like a Mountain Dew ham.
And a tip for turkey: good. If you get one of the Reynolds wrap bags, put it in the bag, but then cook it upside down. It'll be the most moist turkey you ever had.
Oh wow! I was thinking about getting one of those Popeyes turkeys one year. But all right, guys, you got anything to say before we go, Classy?
No, I got the next like 5 days off, so get this A90 done and bunch of content coming after this holiday is over.
All right, guys. See you later. Tune in tomorrow if you want to. I mean, I don't expect too many people to be there, but it'll be fun. See you guys later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.